Hello and welcome to DVxUI. Today on this channel, we are going to create this amazing looking login web page in Figma. So let's get started. Well, before starting, it is important that we understand this screen very properly. So first of all, I have the pages over here and currently I'm working on the YouTube. That's why it is highlighted. Then over here, I have the layers panel. And under layer, I have this one frame, which is called resources. If I double click on this grid icon, I will reach to this frame. Now inside this frame, I have all the resources, the pictures, the colors that I'm going to be using to create that login page. And over here, if you observe, I have a black box. Whenever I press a key, it will say it aloud. In this way, you will know that what shortcuts I'm using throughout the process of designing. Then let me scroll it over here. And now let me also tell you about this right panel. If I take a rectangle, drop it over here, make the size large, something like this. Perfect. Then you will see some options have appeared over here. If I don't select it, options are gone. If I select it, options will appear again. So these options are to control the appearance of this rectangle. Let me show you. So suppose if I want to change the color to, let's say, green, I can make it something like this. So this is how the right panel works, used for the appearance changes. Let me select it, delete this, and start making our login page. So very firstly, to create that login page, we need a frame. So for that, I will go over here, or you can hit F key on your keyboard. Then close this one, go to desktop, and under desktop, find this frame which is desktop. Perfect. Let me select it, hit Shift and 2. This will zoom it to perfect. Now what I need to do is, I need to prepare the background first. So first of all, I'm going to select it, change its color to 1-2 from here, as you can see. So 1-2 is a variant of black. It is not absolutely black, but a variant of black. Absolutely black has a hex code of 6 zeros, something like this. But I'm taking a lighter shade of black. So perfect. We have our background ready. What I can think of is we can also provide some stroke. Select it. So stroke is nothing but a border. So in the color it is going to be FF, which is white, with a weight of, let's say, 4 or maybe 6. Perfect. And the opacity for this one is going to be 30%. Now the border is not visible. It is because the position is set to inside. We need to set it to outside. Perfect. Let me select it. Now what I can do is, the corners are very sharp on this frame. We can make them a little bit rounded. So I will go in the corner radius, and here I will provide a corner radius of, let's say, 56. Perfect. Now since our frame is ready, it is time that we divide this frame in two parts. On the left part over here, I'm going to paste the image, and on the right part, I'm going to have all my text fields and all the other options. So for that, I'm going to take a frame, drop it over here. Let me fill it with a color so that you can see it. For the width, it is going to be 696, and for the height, it is going to be 976. Perfect. Right now you can observe it is not at the center, so I will use these alignment tools to make it at the middle first. Then I will align it to the left, something like this. Now if you hold Alt while selecting this frame, you will see the gap is 24. The gap is 24 here as well. I will select this, move it something like this, and let's see this gap, which is 40. I need 24 on all the sides. So 30, now 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So now it is 24. Now the next thing that I want to do is the corners are sharp for this one as well. So I will select it, go to corner radius and provide a corner radius of 24. Perfect. Now it is looking much better. So we also need a frame over here. You can also choose not to place a frame and draw the element over here, but I will make a frame. So just copy it and place it something like this. Make sure there is no gap between them. Let's see. So zero spacing, as you can see. Perfect. Now this one is not going to have any color. So the fill is going to be 0. Perfect. But the frame is over here, as you can see. Let me rename it to content and this one to image. Perfect. Now in this one, let us paste the image. So for that, we will go to resources, copy this image, go to this image and paste it. Perfect. Now what I want to do is, I want to align this. First of all, I will use this alignment tool. Let me make it center. So I will align it at the center first. Then I will align at the top, because I only need this sky part of this image. I don't need much of this ground part because the sky has a beautiful green color to it. Perfect. So the image is ready. Now, first of all, we will prepare this section, then we will move on to this one. So now what we need to do is, we need a logo for our website. So take a circle, drop it over here. Let's zoom in. The current size is 100 by 100. We need to clip it, make it 60 by 60. Perfect. And now I will zoom in, make its color to white from here. Then I will open its mouth using this small dot, open it, and then I will push this back. Perfect. Now I will get the access to all these values. So for this one, I'm going to write here 25% and here I'm going to write 20%. Perfect. Now I need one more copy of this. So just control and paste. Perfect. And now I'm going to rotate it. How? Let me show you. So I'm going to select it, put it over here, right beside it. And then I will select this start and drag it over here, something like this. And I will select this one, place it something like this. And then I will grab this start for the second one and place it something like this. So both the circle are placed in such a way that it is looking now like a logo. Perfect. So let me select these two and I will put them in a group using this option, which can also be accessed using Ctrl G. Perfect. Let me rename it to logo, not log, but logo. Perfect. Now our logo is prepared. We can select it and put it over here, something like this. Let me zoom in and let's see how much is this gap on both these sides. So hold Alt, 27 from here, 28 from here. I need 24 from both the sides. So 1, 2, 3 to the top and to the left 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have 24 by 24. Perfect. Zoom out. Now we also need a back button over here. For that, take a frame, drop it. Perfect. Fill it with a color. And now we need to change the dimension. So first of all, I'm going to clip it, change this height to 60 and the width will also be changed. The corner radius will be changed to 8 and the color is going to be, let's say 1, 2, the black variant. And then we also need to provide a stroke. Make it white and with the opacity of, let's say 30%. The fill color is going to be 10% maybe, but the fill color will not be visible. So for that, I'm going to go to this effect, then switch to background blur and provide a value of 12. Perfect. Now I'm going to take this and place it over here. Remember the gap for this one? It should be 24 for this also. Hold Alt, 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, and perfect. Now I'm going to select both and make sure they are aligned at the middle. Perfect. They are. Perfect. Now we need an arrow over here. For that, I'm going to go to this canvas, right click, go to plugins, and then go to box icons. You might not find this plugin in your Figma, so you can go to manage plugins and here write box icons. Perfect. Select it from here, view details, and then run it. Here in the search, you need to type back button, and with the back, it has appeared. Select this one. It will be dropped on your frame. Now just cut it, select this frame, and paste it. The color is black. We need white. So go to selection colors by selecting this icon and make it white. Something like this. Perfect. Let me zoom out. And this is how it is looking. Perfect. Let me zoom in over here because now we need to work over here. And I'm going to take a text right here in the word of selected. Change the font size to 74 from here and the font weight to medium. Perfect. And I'm going to place it over here. The gap should be 24. Let's see. 26, 1, 2. Perfect. And I'm going to make a copy of it, place it over here and write imagination. Select it, go to font family, change it to Playfair display from here. And this one will be switched to, let's say, semi-bold italic. Perfect. And let's increase its size to, let's say, 90. Perfect. And we can place it a bit up along with this text. Put it over here. A bit down. Perfect. Now you might be saying that this text does not have much of the readability because of the colors of this picture. The colors of the pictures are bright and the color of this text is also bright, which is white. So we need to tackle this problem. This can be easily tackled and this problem is very general. You're going to observe it in your UI UX journey almost every time when you are putting text on the image. So for that, what we can do is we can take a rectangle, drop it over here, place it over here, and make it side by side inside this frame and from the bottom as well. Pull it to the top, provide it a black color. Perfect. Go to gradient from here. Now the darker shade should be on the bottom. So let me rotate it. Perfect. And this color is also going to be black. Perfect. So now this top color is going to have an opacity of 0%. In this way, a gradient will be created. Now, if I push this rectangle at the back, but not behind this image, above this image, you will see the imagination and all this text is pretty visible. Perfect. So we have solved this problem. Now we need to draw some indicators over here. So let's zoom in. Take a rectangle, drop it. For the width, it is going to be 105. And for the height, it is going to be 6. Perfect. Select it, place it over here, then make a copy. And for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce down the width to, let's say, 70 and make one more copy. Perfect. I'm going to select all these, put them in auto layout using this option from here. Perfect. The gap between them is going to be 16. And we also need to change the color, but first let's see this gap, which is 24. Perfect. Let me select this one, which is the largest one, and change its color to white. Now I'm going to select rest of these two, make them white as well, but to create some difference, I'm going to provide them an opacity of, let's say, 40%. Perfect. Now I'm going to select all of them, go to corner radius and provide a corner radius of full. So they will look something like this. Perfect. Let me zoom out. Yeah, so this is looking much better. I guess I can select this one and make the font weight to medium italic. Yeah, medium italic is much better. So now the left part is completely done. We need to work on the right part. So let's zoom in. Take a text, drop it over here and write create account. Obviously, this font is not going to be there, but we are going to use the outfit again. Change the font size to 40. And this one is going to be, let's say, regular. Make a copy of it. And here I'm going to write enter your details to create. Let me pull it over here so that you can see it. Create an account. Perfect. Select it. Change the font size to 18 with regular font weight. And I'm going to select these two, go to alignment and place them in the middle. The gap between them is 31. I need around 2. Perfect. Now I'm going to select this text, which is this one, the description one. I'm going to give it an opacity of, let's say, 40%. 40% is a lot less. So let's provide 60%. Yeah, 60% is perfect. Now I'm going to select these two, right click, add auto layout. Perfect. Now if I select this and use this alignment to make them at the center, it will go right at the center. So this is the benefit of putting this frame, which is not even visible, over here. So I think you got it. Let me select it, put it up. The gap from the top should be around 100. So let me push it a bit more. $93, maybe a bit down. Yeah, perfect. So 103, it is also perfect. Does not matter very much. Perfect. So let's see. Yeah, this is looking very amazing. And now we can move forward to create the text fields. So for that, again, I'm going to take a frame, drop it over here. And for this one, we need to change the color. So I'm going to go to this fill, take this color picker, and I have a lot of variants of black. So this can be confusing. So let me go to over here and take this lighter shade. You will see the frame color is changed. Perfect. Now for the width, I'm going to write 244. For the height, I'm going to write 64. And for the corner radius, I'm going to write 10. Perfect. So in this how the text field is created. Let me take a text and write here first name. Name. Perfect. Select it. Put it over here. The font size for this one is going to be 18 with regular font weight. So it is perfect. Let me make a copy of it. And inside this frame, I'm going to paste it. Pull it over here. The gap between this text and the border of this frame should be around 24. So 29. Now it is 19. So 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it is 24. Perfect. So this gap I was talking about. And for this text, I'm going to write enter your first name. Perfect. Now select it. Go to fill. Change this opacity to, let's say, 30%. Yeah, perfect now. Now what I can do is I can select this box and this label, the gap between them is 8, which is perfect. And I can put them in auto layout using this option. Perfect. I will make one more copy of it. So Ctrl D, place it over here. And here I'm going to write last name here as well, last. Now I'm going to select both these two and put them in auto layout once again. The gap between them is going to be, let's say, 16. Perfect. And now since this is one frame, we can use this alignment to align it perfectly on the center on this frame. So use this. Perfect. The gap between this and this should be 48. So let's see. Currently it is 86. Push it up. 46, 1, 2, and now it is 48. As you can see, this gap. Perfect now. Now we need to draw two large text fields over here for the email and one for the password. So take this once again, put it over here. For the width, this time it is going to be 504, and let me also provide a color so that you can see it. Perfect. The height is going to be same, which is 64. Cross this, pull it over here, take this text, copy it, and inside it I'm going to paste it, pull it over here. Let's see, 29, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 24, and here I'm going to write enter your email, select it, change this opacity to 30% to make it look same like this one. I'm going to select the text, Ctrl D, place it over here, and I just noticed I didn't provide the corner radius to this one. It is going to be 10. Perfect. And here I'm going to write email, but the opacity is going to be full, 100%. Select both. The spacing needs to be 8 and put them in auto layout. Perfect now. Now the gap between the text fields should be around 16. So let's see, it is 18, or maybe 18 is quite less. So we can make it 28 or 24. Let's see. Yeah, 24 is looking much fine and much better. So I guess I should go with 24. Now, as I said, I needed two long text fields. So I'm just going to copy it. Ctrl D, place it over here. The gap should be 24. And here I'm going to write password here as well. Password. Perfect. So all the fields are created and the form is looking something like this. Now we need a large button over here. So let's zoom in. So for that button, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this frame which is inside it and copy paste it first of all and drag it out of this auto layout. Because I'm using this frame to create a button, what else you can do is you can create a button from scratch using this dimension. So the fill color is going to be FF. Perfect. But this time the height is going to be increased to, let's say, 70. And remember, you have a text over here. This text opacity is going to be first of all 100%, but the color is going to be 1, 2. Perfect now. And the size for this one is going to be 20 from here with medium font weight. Let me select it and write sign up. And right now it cannot be aligned at the center. Let me show you what is going to happen. If I make it at the center, you will see it is still not at the center. So I will select it, go in the typography, change this alignment to center. Perfect. And then I will also place it at the middle. So now our button is also created. We just need to select it and place it over here. The gap between this button and the field is going to be 32. So 32, because all these are part of one group, these text fields, but this button is separate from them. That is why we have to provide 32, not 24, like the gap between these fields. So this is law of proximity in the UX. Now let's go over here, take a line, because now we need to design the social logins. So the line angle needs to be 0. Perfect. The dimension needs to be 236. Perfect. And the stroke is going to be of 40% opacity, and the weight is going to be 1, which is perfect. Let me take a text, drop it over here and write or. Select it, change the font size to 16 with regular font weight, put it over here, select both and put them in auto layout. Now I'm going to select this line and use Ctrl D to make one more copy, and now to align it I'm just going to use the arrow key towards the right, and now it is perfectly aligned. I'm going to select this or, reduce down its opacity to 40%. Perfect. And now you can observe this is not at the center, so go to alignment and place it at the center. Perfect. And I guess the gap between this or and the lines is quite big, so select it. That is why it is going a bit out of the bound. So reduce it down to, let's say, until it is completely inside the bounds. Perfect. Maybe 4. Yeah, perfect now. So let's see what is this gap. It is 37. So it is better to make it 32. 27, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now it is 32. Perfect. Now we need to design the social login buttons. For that, I'm just going to select this one, this frame, copy it, and here let me paste it, put it over here, perfectly aligned. Then here I'm going to make some changes. First of all, this text is going to be Google. We're also going to have the icons inside them. But first, let me change this opacity to 100%, and the font size can be increased to, let's say, 20%, 20 pixels, and make it medium. Perfect. Select it, remove this fill, provide a stroke instead of white color with 30% of the opacity, and the weight is going to be 1. Perfect. Now let's make one more copy of it. Place it over here, select both, and then you can see there is one problem. So this frame is inside this content box, which is currently highlighted, and this one is not. So we just need to select it, put it inside this content, and now we can give it auto layout using this option. Perfect. And here I will write Apple. Perfect. Now we need the icons. So let's scroll over here, right click, go to plugins, and if we go to box icon, let's find those icons. So write Google. I got it. Perfect. Now here I'm going to write Apple, drop it over here, and now put these icons over here. So first of all, I'm going to copy the Apple one, go to Apple, paste it, pull it over here, and first of all let me change this color to white. I guess the dimension can also be increased, so clip it first, so that if I change the height, the width will also be changed. Select the text, give it auto layout, and the gap between this is going to be 8. Perfect. Now it is not at the center, so I'm going to make the alignment at the center, then at the middle as well. Perfect now. Now what I can do is I can delete this one, select this one, copy it, and here I can paste it. Change this text to, let's say, Google. Perfect. And take this icon, make it white first, white, and let's also increase the dimension. So 1, 2, cut it, not the dimension, but this one, cut it. And here inside this auto layout, let me select it again. I'm going to paste it. Perfect. Select this apple and delete it. And move this Google icon towards the left. Perfect. Let's see. So yeah, this is looking much better. Now we need to give only one option over here, and that is to switch to the other page, which is the login one. So zoom in over here, take a text, right here, already have an account with a question mark, select it, change the font size to 16 with regular font weight, make a copy of it, and right here, log in here with exclamation mark. I'm going to select it, increase the font size to 18, and then make the font weight medium. Perfect. I'm going to select it, change its opacity to let's say 60%. Now select these two texts, go to layout and put them in auto layout. And using this alignment, I'm going to make it center. It is still not at the center. It is because if I select this, the alignment is set to left. We need to make it center. Perfect. I'm going to select it. The gap between these two texts needs to be 8. Perfect. And this complete text is not at the center, as you can see. So go to this alignment and align it at the center. Let me select this one. Let's see the gap. It is 32. We can make 24. And let's select this one. And this gap is 55, which is great, I guess. Or maybe we can make 48. Perfect now. Let's see. So this is how our sign up page is looking like. Now the only thing that is remaining is you can go to this canvas, right click, go to show hide UI and select this one, then hit shift and 2. Perfect. And then hit F11 key. Perfect now. So now you can see the work that we have done together. And if you also have made your version of this sign up page, consider sending to our Telegram group. In that group, people can help you learn about the flaws and also about the unique part of your design. And if you do not prefer the Telegram, you can prefer the Discord community link, which is also given in the description, to come and join our community. I hope you will do that. With this, we will meet in the next one.